All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of whatever the fuck this is. Um, no, this is our D&D stream, and we are, we're excited. This is what number 3 now.
Yep.
We've been doing
Yep.
this for 3 weeks, and it has been an absolute blast. Um, so we're gonna kind of begin with a little bit of a wrap from last session. So last time, where our adventurers had adventured, they met with a librarian, figured out some pretty world-changing stuff in a sense. They learned a lot about the world that they are currently in, and what had happened to the world, and how people are kind of idiots. Because that happens. With that, they took this information to the mayor of the town that they've currently been staying in, the city of Dagbor. The mayor, Leon Wisebrew, has a section of the city roped off where he answers questions and stuff like that of the civilians during festivals. And they were holding a festival on this past day to or on this day, sorry, earlier on the same day here, to celebrate a local group of heroes that had come through the area, defeated a bunch of goblins that had been pillaging the village's food supplies, primarily of their livestock. And they had the party met with Theo during this time, and he told them to come meet with him the following day at midday and gave them a written to discuss the information further. As the party was winding down the rest of their afternoon, dined on the free food and drink in the city, they began to enter a small tavern that they continued drinking, potentially, or get rooms for them. They ended up hearing noises outside, and when they exited or opened the doors in order to look and see what they saw, a thick fog had rolled in, and due to the low light of the evening, the fog was a very dark color, and the noises that they heard within visual range of Hardin, he was able to see a goblinoid figure. As it turned and looked at him, he could see that that parts of the flesh were missing, exposing parts of the bone. And as it kind of turned and saw him, that was where we ended, and we're going to pick right up today with everybody rolling initiative.
Oh, sweet.
As we jump right into this session, combat.
Oh, that's terrible.
The only hope we have
Barbarian.
is that.
Woo! Well,
Perfect.
The
that's
only
great.
hope we have is that the goblins or whatever they are have a lower roll than us.
Alright, hold on. I'm adjusting music a little.
Dun 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 dun. No.
We'll see. Alrighty, let's see. So, it's your guys' initiative. What's the goblins doing? That's not bad.
Zombies.
Man.
Okay.
Oh no, they didn't roll that.
Brains.
Okay,
We're all gonna die.
so we are going to turn up here. Wait a minute. Can I? One initiative for all of them. Okay, so what we have here. So we have.
I now have a health bar.
That is Katya with a 4,
Ooh.
Denock with a 5, Valinar with a 10, Carden with a 16. Actually, Carden, I need you to... Actually, you know what? For initiative, it's fine. And then they rolled a 9.
Wow.
And this around just a bit so that the audience can follow along with the initiative count. Right there. Okay. All right, that brings us to the top of the order. Carden, just so that
Wrong
you
button.
know, due to you being thoroughly drinking all of this day, you are considered intoxicated.
Oh yeah.
So basically everything you do is made at disadvantage.
Yep.
But you are immune to fear, if for whatever reason you would be afraid of these goblinoids. What would you like to do?
Zombie goblins.
You
If they have
wouldn't-
flesh hanging off of them.
I don't. Make an intelligence check for me
Okay.
at disadvantage because you're intoxicated. 4.
4.
You're not sure.
Wop wop wop.
You're not sure. This guy could have had just a really rough day.
Okay, I'm gonna go hit him in the face.
Okay.
Yep, you're having a rough day. Here, let me help you.
Because this is kind of new, I will kind of give you the leniency of remembering your bonus action.
Yeah.
So,
And-
would you like to?
Yeah, my bonus action, I'm raging,
Yeah.
Nice.
and then
He lets out a kind of a battle cry kind of a thing. So, you swing with your greatsword. Is that right?
yeah, my great sword.
And
Wow.
that is a
Nat
natural
on my
one.
First
We're off
roll.
to a great start, guys.
I'm gonna roll
It's the
severity.
best start ever.
Okay. Average severity. So you just miss.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Also, I need to check something. Over here. Now that you are here, you can see.
I'm just sort of embarrassed I missed the goblin.
You can now see. Oh, that's not what I want to do. We want. Um, 15. What? I'm gonna just because I'm gonna have somebody mark this for me. So, somebody put a marker or something out here and out here for me so that I can remember where those are
So
at.
like that.
That works.
Well,
That works.
and what was the other one? Right about
Nope,
here.
you're good. You're good. That's all I needed.
I see
Okay.
nothing.
That's because it's behind the black.
Oh, okay.
All right. So from this distance here, Cardin, you see,
Oh, there we go.
and I will get rid of these.
I like how everybody drew boxes.
Oh.
And
Oh, look at that person.
the rest of that area there is you. As visual range is out to about 20 feet, just barely though. So that is what you currently see now. And with that, Valinar, it is now your turn.
Oh, right, because I'm up early. Great.
I mean,
I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do this entire time.
So good of you, valiant hero, you.
What is the rate? How big is this? 5, 10, 15, 20. That's.
Also, chat, if
Sorry.
volume is too loud, too soft, let me know. I will do my best to adjust it.
I guess what I'm going to do for now, I'll just. 1, 2, 3. 4. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to measure distance.
There is a tool for that.
Yeah, there is. I just don't. Which one is that?
It's underneath the
Magnifying
underneath the
glass.
magnifying glass.
Oh.
Yep. And then so like if you're looking on the stream here, I can click and then do that. It's right here, this one here. And you can do it that way.
Okay. So if I go. Yeah.
Yeah, click and hold. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying.
And so now you can see the same thing here that Cardin does.
I mean, I could do that, but that'd be a terrible move, because that would also hit Cardin.
I mean, you could heal me of my intoxication.
Actually, I can't. I don't have that spell yet.
Yeah. Sorry. You do realize now, though, as you come out here, as Cardin is like picking up his greatsword from the cobblestone, he's as he's standing back up, lifting his greatsword back up. You question whether or not standing beside him is a great idea or not.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stand next to him anyway. And for right now, I'm just gonna do Word of Radiance, I guess, on that guy that's 5 feet away from me.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
this one here?
Yeah, him. Yep.
Okay. This is a con save.
Yes.
It's
It's also terrible damage, so.
I mean, he rolled a 7.
Wow. That's a good roll.
So he takes
For us.
Yeah.
he takes 1 point of damage. Okay.
It's 1 damage, yeah.
Actually
Woohoo!
gonna
Better than none.
Hey, it's a cantrip, okay?
yeah.
A small sludge of skin slogs off his body.
It's kind of like let's see what is so you're how is what is your word of radiance what is your word of radiance, I guess?
I was just assuming it was something along the lines of light. Just
Light, and he kind of
running
just
off the
looks
whole
to you and you
thing.
watch as one of the retinas start to burn slowly.
Yes! Burn his eyes out. I can't do anything for bonus, so.
Okay, that's your turn. That brings us to them. So this one is gonna take a step here. Their speed, 20 feet.
Oh, jeez.
start. So those are the only ones that are going to be able to get close enough. But you. Let's see.
This is gonna be fun.
Here.
Damage time.
You see one
Uh-oh.
step out there.
Hi.
Hold them back for us.
We could use some help out here.
That's
I'm not going out there. You can't make me.
I can't if I come in there and drag you.
okay. So that is going to be This is going to be 3 attacks on Cardin and 2 on Valinar.
Yay.
So the one's on Cardin. Wow. Okay. Does a 15 hit you,
Frick.
Cardin?
That's exactly my AC.
Okay. Well then, a 15 and a 16 is going to hit you, but the 6 will miss. So you take, as it runs forward and slams, these two slam your fist into. That's an interesting question. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know if they have advantage on these since you're intoxicated. We'll figure that out later. So you take, from the first one, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into you, reduced to 3. And then the second one slams you in the side for 7 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 3 as well. And then
Okay, I'm down to 20.
And then the 2 on you, Cardin.
What?
Or sorry, Valinar.
Okay.
Guessing a 7 misses. But
Yeah.
does a 16 hit?
That misses.
Yeah, 16 misses. So they both miss.
Nice.
Miss you, just glancing off of your armor as they kind of
Nice.
step forward and.
No damage.
So, that ends their turn. Dinok, it is now your turn.
Step up there. As I go, I call out to the other patrons in the bar. Can anyone in here fight?
Oh, you're gonna call out to them? Okay, I'm gonna roll perception to see how many of them can hear you.
I mean, I'm not going to be quiet about it.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of them are, several
Drinking.
cups deep.
I mean, okay, real quick. If
Mhm.
we were sitting here
Yep.
and we heard the scream from out here, then at least these people would have heard it.
Correct. But I'm more or less talking about the people down here. Because they are at the back of the
Heavy in their drinks.
back at the very back and probably really heavy into their drinks at this point. So
And really loud.
okay.
All right. And then I'm going to. I only see the one in front and to the left of Valinar, right?
You would see. Yeah, you would see the two right here. The two like literally right in front of them.
Okay.
In front of
Do
Valinar.
do I see them as the rotting entity or as goblins?
From this distance, it would be more of, you would see more of like a goblinoid shape in some fog. Their figure would be obscured to you from that distance due to the heavy fog. But you would notice that they are small. You would probably recognize it as a goblinoid figure, but in terms of whether or not you would see it as a slawed individual or not, it's kind of hard to tell at this distance. unless you would want to use your action as a perception check.
Oof.
Yeah, just because of the distance, it's...
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
So you said perception?
Yep.
Rip?
Yeah, perception. Unfortunately, from the distance, it's just... it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
Anything you would like to try with your bonus?
Checking if any of my spells are bonus.
And then, Katia, don't forget you're up next.
Yep, I'm ready to go. My distance here.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, Katia.
That is me. You hold down shift. No. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Nope. Thought there was a way to check extra distance from one point, but apparently I don't know how to do it.
Right click.
Oh, it's right click. That's
Yep.
what I can't figure out. Oh, nope.
Keep holding and right click.
Just want to make sure that I'm within range here. Yeah, that put me within range. Okay. Alright, so Katya is going to move up where he, pardon my French, has clear line of sight on this target here.
This one here?
Yep.
Okay.
And on the way, he says, "Hello, Dinok. Time to join in combat." And
Alright.
then he's going to focus on that goblin. He's going to cast Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt. Okay. Go ahead
Ooh.
and roll your attack.
Boom. Please be it.
Natural 20.
Woo! That's good
That'll
to start.
hit.
All right.
Witch bolt. What type of damage is that?
Let me get that information.
I believe it's lightning.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
Lightning
oh,
damage, yes.
Okay, so
Lightning
go ahead
damage.
and roll the... go ahead and click Witch Bolt in the chat, and it'll roll 2d12 damage.
That is 15 points of damage.
15
Lightning.
points of lightning damage. Very nice.
Wow.
Boom, is he dead?
It looks charred now.
Probably smells great, too.
Oh, it smells fantastic. You are concentrating on that,
did that lightning bolt like light up the area?
and then here.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Lightning bolt. Let me double check the spell.
Doesn't say anything about light, making light, but you would think
Oh,
with
that's not
lightning,
what that's not what
just a flash for a moment.
I would say that it would probably illuminate the area between him and the creature. So it would illuminate the area, between here. But I don't think it would do much else outside of that.
You
I
ever
know,
seen
but
a stro-
would it
Well,
give
you
me
ever-
a better like visual on it?
Oh,
You ever seen a
I would-
strobe light and a fog machine work together?
yeah, that's kind of what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
that is definitely an interesting idea. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say no, just because of
Okay.
the way fog works.
Yeah, I blind everybody for a moment. You're welcome.
So you just, the time to join the action, you throw your hand forward, and this ghastly lightning just from your hand and strikes that goblin. And don't forget, you are concentrating on that.
I am concentrating. Is that what that icon means?
That's what I'm going to use as the concentration icon. So yes.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
That ends your turn, right? Unless you want to do anything for your bonus action.
I don't have any bonus actions available, so nope.
Okay. Cardin.
I'm going to boop it in the face.
You're gonna
Sounds
try.
good to me.
Okay. Go ahead and
That's about all I.
go ahead and roll your attacks at disadvantage.
That's my great sword.
Great sword. Well, at disadvantage, an 11 will hit.
Wow.
Cool.
Fantastic.
I mean, above game knowledge, they're zombies. You know, not going to be hard to hit them.
Yeah.
So
That'll be 8+2 because I'm raging.
8 plus 2 on the one directly in front of you.
Yes, the one directly in front of me.
Okay, so 8 plus 2, so 10 points of damage. Very nice.
That was a pretty good roll on that, damn it.
Whoops. I keep accidentally putting things in chat. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Anything else? Bonus action or anything like that?
I don't get a bonus action attack or anything like that at the moment. I'm already raging.
Okay. Then.
Could I? Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Then. Valinar, you are up.
So, weird question. If I do a cone this way, what will that hit? Who all would that hit? Just the one guy?
A cone? It depends on the cone.
Burning
should-
Hand.
Burning Hands, that's a 15-foot cone from you. So that
Yeah.
would hit. Go ahead and click the spell and put it in the chat for me. You should be able to do that.
How would you draw that shape on D20? On your roll 20.
Well, that might
okay.
just roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
that
try
just rolls.
something else different then.
Where did my thing go?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I mean, that's one of the worst burning hands I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah, it looks pretty shit.
Well, first off, oh god, yeah, 1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
All ones. Yeah. That's not what I wanted you to do anyway, so I'll have you re-roll that.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah. Let me.
Um,
It
I'm
just-
pretty sure.
it's-
Oh,
it's
so
like-
it'll be this. It'll be. Sorry, hold on. Let me grab my measuring tool. It'll be this one, this one, this one. And how far does Burning Hands go out? Because that's the question.
I thought it was just 15 feet. Yeah, it just says 15-foot cone. For both things, for range and target.
Okay, so then it would just go 15 feet.
Okay.
So yeah,
So-
that's the distance on that. That's what it would look like.
This description
Okay, so I hit
states
him, and
So
him.
here, here, here. It would hit these three.
Okay.
a cone's
So-
width at a given point along its length is equal to that point's distance from the point of origin. So, from 5 feet. Oops. Get my measuring tool out. 5 feet from Valinar, the cone would be 5 feet in width. 15 foot, it would now cover this area and this area.
Yeah, which is why it's going to get this guy,
Yeah.
and this guy. It's not
That
going
is
to reach
really
anybody
hard
else.
to project on here.
There's a diagram online that tells you how to do it with the squares based in Roll20. I just kind of have it memorized, so I'm not worried about it. So go ahead and re-roll your because that's a dex save, right?
I
For
think
those
so,
three,
yeah.
you see
I mean, that's a
15.
whole
Yeah,
lot
that's
better.
That's better.
No, they all fail.
Yeah!
Ooh, crispy.
I don't remember. Do they get similar or anything?
Okay, they. Huh?
And any flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried ignite.
You take. Okay, so
I don't think there are any in that area, but
I mean, everything that they're kind of using is, or that they have, is kind of being, worn, I guess. So 11 points of
Okay.
damage. Okay. So that's okay. So this one here, right here in the center between the two of them, you watch as like your burning hands basically burns it to a crisp. But as it like begins to fall, it kind of like opens its mouth again and comes right back at Cardin.
okay.
Seems to be kind of resilient. Anything else with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
So basically, it's like that one zombie that. Oh, what movie was it? The one that was more comedy than it was horror.
You got to be way more specific than that, dude.
Shaun of the Dead.
It's the one where it's burned and it's just like still gets up and keeps going. Brains.
Anyway, is that
That's not helpful.
I think that is Shaun of the
is that your turn then?
Yeah, that was
Dalinar?
my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty then. It is now zombies. Got to roll for that. Yup. $10, $15, $20. Yeah. Let's see. You see there. Let's see one appear.
Oh,
It's crawling in.
He'll actually get right.
Hey.
He'll actually
Hey.
get right there. But that's his entire turn.
okay.
Um.
Oh, did he have to
That's
dash?
great.
Yeah. So
Hey,
you
you're
see,
blocking my shot.
and then you see.
Uh-oh.
Wait, that does bring up an interesting point with Witch Bolt.
He can still see
Is
him
that kinda
because
still
they're
coming?
the same. Because they're like the same size essentially.
Okay.
This one
Okay.
is gonna get here. This one is going to 5, 10, 20. Get there.
Oh my.
That's a lot
Exactly
of
where I
dollars.
wanted them.
You get, and then watch.
If you did another Burning Hands to that side.
Whoosh.
Oh, I'm not doing burning hands. I'm doing something else.
Uh-oh. Valinor casts Thunderwave and throws everybody backwards.
I mean,
Right,
at this
I thought
point.
I was a cleric.
Watch as
Uh-oh.
For the longest
more
time in
emerge from the
another,
shadows.
Oh my
campaign.
Oh,
Woo!
woo, that's great.
Uh-huh.
Holy!
And it's at this point in time because I forgot to move them. You actually notice like people in the bar are moving now, and they're like, they look out and they see all of this, and they're like, barricade the bar. And you see people starting to throw things off of the tables.
Well,
So
we're still inside. Okay.
you
you guys.
so
We're outside. Great.
Mhm.
Yep.
let's see here. This table is cleared off this round.
Every little thing.
Mhm.
Everything is gone.
And this table is just straight up like tipped and moved, and then moved. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Tipped and turned and literally just kind of thrown off to the side here. That's them. You are gonna see the NPCs here. They're not gonna move because they're gonna attempt to move that table next round. But was these 6 NPCs. And the barkeep moves there. So that is what you guys hear called out. As people just keep seeing these things emerge from the crowd and just slowly, and some of them beginning to move faster. Anything? All right. So that brings us to
My turn.
wait, nope. They got to make the attacks on. I forgot. So 3 attacks on Cardin, 2 on Valinar. So the 3 on Cardin. Wow, that is a 6, 13, and a 13. So those are all gonna miss.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the 2 on Valinar. That's a natural 1 and a 8. So rolling severity.
Yeah.
Ooh, low severity. This one here is now considered prone. The one directly in front of you, Valinar.
Cool.
That ends their turn, bringing us to Danak.
Cool.
You see people bustling around you now, moving tables, just literally just throwing their arms on a table and running down the length of the table, and clearing.
I'm actually going to step here
Mhm.
and take a look at this one. Do I see it better?
Yes.
Do I see a goblin or do I see a zombie?
Make a quick perception check. This one isn't going to really take anything from you. It's just kind of a real quick looking and analyzing it. So this one's not as hard. 19. You definitely see a goblin that has been dead, and it seems to be reanimated, or either that or he is really, really fucking fucked up. But you suspect he has been reanimated. This one particularly has like a dagger, like literally just in his thigh.
Oh wow.
Most creatures tend to remove things like that. This one, however, seems to be ignoring it.
All right, I'm actually going to take a step back then.
You want to take the nope action. Got it.
And I'm going to not that one just yet. This is the one in front of. No, I probably wouldn't be able to hit that because he's in the way.
You
know what?
You could easily hit from your angle this one, or that one.
Ooh, that's actually. I'm actually going to aim at that one
Okay.
with an ice knife.
Ow.
Sick.
Ah, that sucks.
Unfortunately, a 6 will miss. What However, doesn't Ice Knife have an effect?
The shard then explodes.
If it hits.
No, hit or miss, the shard then explodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
The
both
target and each creature within 5 feet from it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
So all 3 of them need to make dexterity saving throws.
Interesting. I don't even have that spell in my spellbook.
Wow. So I rolled a 4, a 1, and a 0.
A 0?
Yep.
Neg 1, right?
Neg 2 on their dex.
Wow.
Oh.
Yep. So go ahead and roll the 2d6 damage for that spell.
Alright. D6, 2.
8. Okay. Okay.
While I didn't hit him, it still does something.
Uh,
I like that spell.
That's awesome.
that one dies.
Aw. That's
I'm
my
sorry.
target. That's okay. I'll just shoot another one.
Okay.
I can take off my concentration.
And then, with whatever I've got left, I'm going to how much do I have? I've moved what, 15?
Yep. 15 you've
Is
moved.
that 10, 15?
Mhm.
Going to move back here and yell in the direction of the rest of the patrons this way.
Yep.
Zombie horde!
Think they heard?
What are you trying to accomplish with this?
I'm hoping to get more people at least maybe helping us up here, maybe
Okay. So I will say make either a persuasion or a intimidation check real fast for me. I'll give you advantage because most of them are fucking drunk.
at this point neither one is better. But
You know what? A 15. Let me see if that works. That works. You watch as a lot of them, like, even had the half drop, the drunk ones that are, like, face down, big snooze bubble coming out, and the bubble, and they all kind of look up like, what the shit? You seem to have their attention now, but they cannot act until it is their turn.
yep, at least get them notified. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Katya.
My turn. My turn. All right. Seeing as the patrons are starting to board or barricade the door, I'm going to take a step back here. So I'm part of the way out of the way, but I'm still in range of this guy right here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use another spell slot to cast Chromatic Orb, and I'm going to choose an Acid Orb to throw at him.
Ooh.
So let's see if that's a hit. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 will hit.
Perfect. Let's see how much
Yay.
damage he's going to
Also,
take
I need
today.
to check something really fast about you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was right. Okay. Okay, you did one earlier, but I'm gonna also need you to, and also just to clarify for chat, you didn't do it earlier for he did it in a PM for me. But I want you to roll another flat D20 for me.
Okay. Before or after I finish casting the spell?
Technically after, but a 13 already hits. So and you chose an acid damage. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll damage for it.
All right. That is 14 points of acid.
14, very nice.
So this guy right there, and now
It has even less flesh than it did before. And roll it
Sweet.
so that everybody sees it. Just
Yeah.
for me, please. Thank you. The last one was an 18. A 9, you're fine.
That's a 9. Yeah, I had forgotten to roll the other one earlier, so that's why I rolled it privately.
Yep,
So I wouldn't
you're good.
intervene.
Yeah, you're fine. I get that. All right.
Okay.
That ends your turn.
Yep.
Cardin, what would you like to do?
Well, this is interesting.
This is a great situation we're in, right?
Oh, this is totally a great situation. I'm going to reckless attack the guy in front of me.
Oh no!
Okay. Flat
Oh, boy.
roll. So roll your
That
great
way I
sword.
just cancel out the
Yep.
disadvantage.
A 21 will hit.
Nice.
Okay.
11 damage.
11,
13.
13 points of damage. And it falls.
Nice. Still beefy for goblins. Jeez.
Well,
Gosh.
I'll explain later.
But
Oh.
yeah, when
maybe it's 'cause
I
they're undead and magical.
Anything
But
else
yeah,
you would like
I'll-
to do?
attack rolls and crap have advantage on me until next turn.
Yeah, I'm familiar with.
I know.
Okay. Am I up now, or still gone?
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to do anything with your movement or a bonus action?
What can I do with my bonus action? Can I like dodge?
Not as a bonus action.
I didn't think so. And
Well, I didn't know if
don't
you
have-
wanted to go back inside the bar.
Like I could. But I don't think that's what I would do. Like
Okay.
as a player, I would probably go back in the bar. But as my character, he'd probably just want to kill everything.
Seems legit. Especially since
Alright.
he's raging.
Yeah. And he just reckless attacks, so he's just sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
Come at
I'm already
me,
going
bro!
forward.
He's a
Alrighty,
bit
well
off
then.
balance.
that and he's
Alright.
drunk.
Then, that brings us to, Valinar.
Yeah, I'll do this. I'm gonna put this in chat for you, Chase, because I didn't put it in right. If it goes in, I'm gonna be doing my channel divinity.
Starting at second level, you can use your channel divinity to harness damage. Continue. Magical darkness spell. Additionally, increase Constitution save. E10. Your cleric saving. Okay. So I'm gonna do, just because it's gonna make this easier on me. Okay.
Yep, you get everyone.
Hold on.
I've been checking most of this time.
There you go.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and
It does.
please be good.
11. That's
Well,
not bad.
13 plus my
Yeah,
cleric level.
13 plus your level.
So 13 damage. And then
Every
magical
hostile
darkness is
creature.
dispelled, for all
Okay,
that's worth.
any hostile creature.
Hostile,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I was looking for. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Hostile.
because I really do not feel like, hold on, I gotta get my advantage. Hold on, hold on, I gotta do some numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12. Hey. I'm gonna roll. Oops, that's the wrong one. Well. Okay, and the DC is 15, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we have. Oh, weird. They're not vulnerable to that. Meh. Okay, so
Really?
yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Interesting.
Yep, and so they have so pass, fail, 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 fail. So I'm gonna use an arrow here to point to everything as I go. So we're gonna go pass, fail, 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 pass, 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 fail, pass, fail, fail, pass, and there's a couple more also pass. So several failed, some didn't.
That's a lot of damage.
Overall, yes, because that's
Okay.
13 points of damage.
Question:
Yes.
when it means hostile,
Hostile to you, the caster.
Yeah.
Someone secretly wants to kill me.
Oh. Nope.
you know what?
I mean,
Are you?
I'm not gonna
Where's this
make you.
going?
I'm not gonna make you do that if you don't want to, Rom. Because I mean,
It's
really.
not-
So I know where he's going with this immediately, and it's something that I've already crossed my mind. You guys aren't necessarily friendly towards one another yet, but I also wouldn't classify you guys as hostile. So I think you're okay on your end with
yeah,
that.
and
So but that's just me.
yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
I did,
Dinok hates everybody
did
and
that
is about to
one.
die.
Yeah, sorry guys. This is just a lot of damage to a lot of targets, and it's not enough to kill all of them outright.
Dang it. Sorry,
But
I
enough
tried.
to severely damage.
So, yeah, a lot of these seem to be like uninjured.
Gosh dang it.
So, and then the fact that just some of them succeeded.
Meaning they're taking what, 6 points?
Yeah.
Look, you gave us, a bit of damage on them. That's
Mm-hmm.
big for, level 2 character.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean,
This
if
is
we
also the
take
only time I can do this until
all
we
of
rest.
the damage
So,
together that you did to everything,
For one.
think of how many enemies you hit, and then think of your base damage, and that's how much damage you actually did.
That's a fail.
but that's also kind of why I was waiting till there were a bunch that I could see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way. I rolled 14 d20 in terms of saving throws. So let's see. That one was also a fail. And the ones that failed take, it does a lot on their health. But the ones that succeeded, on the other hand,
Tickled.
it kind of tickles. But okay, all right, I'm finally caught up.
Yay!
What would you like to do with your turn?
I don't have any bonus action, and I don't actually. I'll probably take an attack of opportunity, but I'm under the wrong tool. But I'm gonna move back to just right at the door.
Okay, I'm also going to turn your aura off.
Yeah.
Because you no longer need that because it's just a quick thing. Okay,
It's just a
you move back to the door. It is now the NPC's turn.
Oh boy.
These two are gonna step over here and they're gonna attempt to chuck you back inside the bar. Oh wait, sorry. 2 attacks of opportunity as you left that space. I better do that first. That is a. Oh wow, those are really good rolls. That is a 18 to hit and
Oof.
a
Great.
22 to hit.
Well, the 18 hits.
The 22 misses?
Oh, I thought you said 2. Sorry.
No, 22. I rolled a 15 and a
Okay, yeah,
19
those
on the
both
die.
Oh, I think we all heard just 2.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
Did I
heard
cut
you
out?
too.
Did I cut out a little bit there? My bad. No, I rolled a 18 and a 22. Because I rolled
Yeah,
a
those
15
both
and a
hit, yeah.
19 on the die.
Oof.
Okay, so you take from the first one you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and on the other one you take 7.
Ow.
Oh,
Hey,
indeed.
I rolled a 1 and a 6 on a d6. Heaven or hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was also technically my fault for leaving the area.
Yeah, and those two there are actually going to attempt to athletics check, drag you into the tavern. Are you going to try to resist them?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Then they drag you 5, 10, 15, 20, about there into the
Hey,
bar.
guys.
Welcome back.
What's up?
Nice of you to join us. What's it look like out there?
And
Lots of things.
Oh, I'm glad I stayed indoors today.
sorry, I need to measure something now. Oops.
I might
Wrong
die.
Well, see, that's the thing. These guys here are actually sober, so okay, because they came in after you guys. So the remaining 4 at this table are gonna run out, and they're actually gonna try and drag you in, Cardin. Are you?
Nice.
Oh boy.
However, I am gonna say because you are drunk, I am gonna say that you are going to resist them. So just so you know. Just because you are raging and you reckless last time, so I need you to make a contested athletics check for me, please.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Always.
Ooh, no.
God dang.
Okay. So it would be at disadvantage because you are drunk, but as a barbarian, whenever you're raging, you make those checks at advantage. So it's a straight roll. So you had a modified 20. I have to check out. I have to roll. Find their stats because they might have beaten you.
Oh.
Wow.
Impressive.
This is why you don't fight NPCs.
I swear to. They rolled like nobody else's business, and I'm trying to find.
He must have broke out the good dice for them.
Ironically, it kind of was. Okay, so this is these. Where are they?
You guys do have that.
Oh, here they are. Here they are. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Wow. Okay. Well, they matched you.
Oh,
So I need you to roll again, Cardin.
roll bad, roll bad. Oh,
Oh
no!
god,
Oh no.
Okay.
that's a nat 20.
That is a natural 20 for those of you on the podcast. Just so that you guys know, I pulled up guard stats because some of these guys are guards, others are like retired
God.
guards. So I used the average of a guard and a knight because some of them are, between there. That gives me a plus because a guard has a +1 strength and a knight has a +3 strength. So the average of 1 and 3 is 2.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. So they matched him.
Wow.
But
See, this is the
unfortunately,
thing
on the
that I'm
next
good
but on
at.
the next roll, they did not match a natural 20. So unfortunately, you did not move, and now neither did they.
You just killed them.
And
Dang it.
Oh, we got plenty more.
yeah, okay. So then these 6, can I grab? They are actually going to come to this table and position themselves in order to. Now they'll actually be able to move it a little bit. They are going to move the table there. They can move it that far this round with the help involved. And then we're gonna have these guys are coming up this way. These guys are coming up well. And then this guy is actually going to run here. This guy is going to run as far back as he
Coward.
can. There's always one.
That's
You
okay.
also watch as the barkeep, the large female bronze dragonborn, I believe, picks up the bar stool over here and just like holds it like a mace.
Nice.
Wow.
So
I respect.
that ends all the NPCs' turn. That brings us to the goblins.
Who are going to descend upon Cardin with a vengeance?
These 3 move here. Yeah, that works.
But-
On to the
Okay.
NPCs.
On to the NPC.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Onto the NPCs.
Yep. This one. 20.
Oh, somebody dropped out. Oh, they're at the back. Never mind.
Sorry, I bumped a button on my mouse.
It didn't
Gotcha.
like that. There.
Mouse is like, no. Squeak.
There. 5, 20.
Ooh wee.
20.
Air mile.
20. One more. 20.
Ooh
Yeah,
wee, man.
the
that's
sound.
loud.
The sound
Goblins.
of tearing flesh and bleeding blood seems to be attracting the rest of the horde.
Great.
Oh wait, this one's gonna step forward because that one's dead. This one's gonna step forward because that one's dead. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 attacks on Cardin.
Oh no.
Hold on, I gotta get out the rest of my dice.
With advantage.
Yeah. Oh god, with advantage.
Oh, there you go.
You know
there goes
what?
That's no
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna use roll 20 because that's a lot.
Be easier.
So they have a +3 to hit. Oh, this won't let me roll that at it. Okay, well. We'll do
Uh-oh.
it this way. There's okay. Well, Google just talked to me apparently.
I don't understand.
Yep. All right. So that is that's a 15.
That's
that-
2d20s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because of the freaking.
Yeah, I'm
damage.
taking the 12 and adding 3
Oh, okay.
because that's what their
Yeah,
attack
that'll
modifier is. So okay. So like I said, there's 5 coming at you. So that's 1 hit. 2 more d20. That's a soft 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Third one, that's a 13, which I believe misses.
That does miss.
Okay, that's 3, so 2 more. 21,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and then the last one is another 13. So
So that hits.
you
well-
take. No, a 13 misses. A 13 will miss you.
Yeah,
I believe.
13 misses.
So
I
you
was
take-
reading the 17.
Yeah, sorry. You hit, so you take 3 hits from 5. So you take wow, that's kind of shitey. So that is 3, 6, 10 reduced to 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
that went way. I rolled a 2, and a 3 on 1d6. So now these guards, there are 4 of them. They're gonna take 3 attacks.
And the chips are down.
Who's
Who's gonna win?
Okay, they're wearing. I don't know. They wouldn't be wearing that, so they would have an armor class of 11. Oh my God! One of them misses. But the other 2
Wow.
hit. Yeah, I rolled a 7, an 18, and a 10. Plus 3 on all of those, so one of them misses. Ouch.
Ooh.
That's not a good sound.
Yeah, I rolled max. So I'm gonna say this one right here gets sandwiched by the 2 guards. And are just not.
Oop.
I can't get to the.
Whoa.
I guess they don't get one. Neat. You know what? He dead. He is. We'll just delete him because I'm gonna say the 2 goblins. I'm gonna say the 2 goblins here just kind of descended upon him. Why is that one marked?
Oh, he was prone at one point.
Oh, he was prone. He's up now. He only moved like 5 feet
Clearly.
forward. Gotcha. We'll say like these 2 here descended on that one and just like tore his belly open and is currently bleeding out and dying. And meanwhile, the other 3 are like pulling on your shoulders, Cardin, and just yelling, "We got to go, man! We got to go!"
Yeah, at that point, I'm just like, maybe it might be a good idea.
Dinak,
Yee.
what would you like to do?
Dinak shall step forward 1.
Oop.
And aim at. Can I get a clear shot on that guy?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Maybe.
Rip?
Hello? Yes, you can.
Ah.
Can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you
We
now.
can-
You can hear me now.
You
We
just,
can now.
there, for a second there, you were just dead silent.
Oh, my internet must have had a hiccup. So yes, you can hit that one.
It was
That
Morning
or that
Express.
one? Yeah, I know it's a dead, but
Yeah. I guess I haven't moved one in that space, technically. So technically there isn't a living one there.
yes, but ice knife.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. I would say go ahead and roll an attack and just the attack is basically going to just be how accurate you can get to that spot.
Well.
Um, I'm gonna roll percentile just for basically just to see if that's high or low kind of good thing. 70. You're good. You can hit that spot. So go ahead and roll the 2d 6. See, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, that's not the right one. Excuse me, sorry.
Well, actually, if you want to just take the 2d6 cold damage, that would be it's the same thing right there. The 9.
Would it be? Because
That it's 2d6.
the shard
That's-
itself. Okay, yeah, no, that's the total thing.
Yeah, because the shard deals 1d10, and then the ice itself is 2d6, which is programmed as 2d6. So give me a moment
Okay.
to roll these dex saves. What's the DC?
50. Oh, hold on. It doesn't say what a.
Oh wait, yeah, it should be a. I believe that there's a saving throw involved.
It doesn't. It says
There
succeed
wasn't
on the
last time.
dexterity saving throw. It doesn't say a number.
Oh, it would be whatever your spell save DC is.
Okay, 15.
15.
Okay.
1 succeeds.
Wow.
Nice.
It rolled an 18 minus 2. I also need to roll severity because there was a natural 1 in there.
Mm.
Oh wait, can't use that die. That's a roll down. Oh wait, is that a roll down? No, it's not. I couldn't use that. Okay, not severe. So all of them take 9 cold damage. Okay. So okay, that one here begins to. So this one here in the very front, right here, you see as it like begins, like its feet begin to freeze, and it just throws its weight forward, and you watch as like it snaps off at the knees, and it and then
Ooh.
keeps, and it kind of and begins to kind of just keep coming at you. I am gonna mark this one as considered prone, for that reason though.
Nice.
So, I'm gonna
Wow.
I'm gonna use green for that. This one just takes 9. This one. That one dies.
That's one less attack of opportunity.
That one dies. It's 9. Okay.
If you're dragged away from combat, does that count as an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because you are leaving
they
an
may-
individual's threatened space.
They may be hauling your body back into the bar.
All right. Anything else for you, D-Knock?
Nope, that'll do.
All right. That brings us to Katya.
All right. So Katya,
Also,
Is
how's
now
the music
worried.
for you guys? Is it too loud or anything like that, or is it good right where it's at?
I hear nothing.
I think it's good.
Okay. I don't know what
Anyways.
that's on your end then.
Yeah, I got it muted.
Ah,
So Katya, now concerned for the safety of Cardin outside, is going to use message to try and persuade him telepathically to come inside the bar willingly.
okay.
Okay. I was
Make
expecting like an acknowledgement or something.
Oh, can you not hear me again? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
There you
There
are.
you
Okay, I don't. That's I'm gonna real quick jump out of the call and rejoin.
Okay.
Okay.
He's back.
Okay. Hopefully
All right, Rip.
that'll work.
All right.
Yes, you
How's
are
it
more than you are more than welcome to try to do that. Message the cantrip. I'll say go ahead and make a persuasion check with
Okay.
disadvantage because he's drunk and he's raging. So
Okay.
that's the
So-
only reason.
The message Katya sends to Cardin is: if you value your life, you will get back inside this bar.
That
is
might be more intimidation.
I didn't threaten him.
I mean that's
it depends
true.
on how he tones it.
That's fair.
That's a 23.
I'll take it. No, disadvantage. So it's a 19
Oh.
because he's drunk and raging.
Okay.
But a 19 is still a really good roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll let him act on that on his turn, which is right now, unless you want to do
Yep.
anything for your bonus action.
I don't have any bonus actions, so.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
No.
going to how does the guy look that's in front of me? Is he fresh?
He's not. I mean, no, he is not fresh. He is
Everyone-
he is a
everyone is
dying,
dead.
decaying corpse.
I'm going to make
Fair
like
enough.
a mighty like giant slash at him.
Go for it. Are you recklessing or nah?
Yeah, let's reckless.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Wow.
A 19 will hit.
Okay, and then damage
7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
Not quite enough. He's still standing.
Okay, then I'm eating out of there.
Okay, so you're you're running back inside. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5 attacks of opportunity. Yeah, 5 attack of opportunity. Actually, technically 6 because you'll run through this goblin's space as well. That one's just kind of
Yep.
unavoidable. So here we go.
And they all have advantage.
Yeah, they all have advantage.
Yep.
So Goblin 1. That's like a 20-something to hit.
Oh, jeez.
3 points of damage. I'll give you everything reduced. So that's 3. Okay. Goblin
Yep.
2. 18 to hit.
Yep.
3 point. What did I reduce? Yeah, 3 points because it's reduced down. 7 reduced to 3. It's Goblin. So that was Goblin 2. Goblin 3. 16 to hit.
I roll.
16 hits.
That's another 3 points.
Oh my god.
So that was number
3.
that was number 3. So number 4. That's a 19 on the die.
Oh my god.
Another 3.
At least it's just in increments of 3.
Number. I will have you know, 3 is the most they can deal to you in a single go. So, because 7
Wow.
reduced, because 7 is the highest they can deal, and then that's reduced to 3 because I round down. Okay, so this is number 5. Number 5, fourth, fifth, and final one.
6. There's actually 6.
Right, you're correct. Well, that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
So 2d. So this one's 2d6. Not bad, not bad. That is 5 reduced to 2. And then the 6th and final one is a freaking miss. with a 12.
Oh wow.
It rolled a 7 and a 9. It's too busy eating the guard on the ground. He kind of like
Seems legit.
and you run by and it's
Yeah, and I'm just like,
booking it inside.
can my character?
You got to change over to the arrow, bud. Your
Oh.
pointer mouse. Yep.
Yep.
That's 15, so 25. Would that be considered rough terrain?
You can get there pretty easily. There, if you wanted to.
I'm going there. I have 1 HP.
Wow.
Oh
Alright.
my!
Oh, so they didn't
If
join
that-
us.
If that last one would have hit you,
You would have gone, boy.
I was just like, please no.
Dang.
and the thing is you could have used
The
your action to
problem-
disengage and avoided all of those.
Yeah, I know,
True.
but I wouldn't have thought of that.
That's fair.
As a character, I
Valinar,
wouldn't have thought of that.
Nice.
Valinar,
So I'm
it is now
gonna-
your turn.
I'm gonna assume I basically see Cardin like bleeding out or whatever.
Oh, he is like limping. Like he's standing above a chair, but he is basically sitting in that chair now. He looks fucked up.
I'm just gonna do this.
He's gonna walk
He's
over.
He is currently opening death's door.
It's not actually rolling it. Why is it not rolling it?
What do you?
Whatever.
You may have to submit a,
I'm
a
doing
spell
cure
level.
wounds.
Okay,
What?
so when you click it, there may be a thing
There
that
it
pops
is.
up. Yeah, for what level you would want to cast it at, because it's a
Yeah.
spell that can cast
Yeah.
at higher levels.
It didn't actually pop up at 10.
Gotcha. So you
It
heal
didn't
10.
actually pop up in front of my sheet.
Yeah, sometimes for whatever reason, Cure Wounds specifically will pop up behind the character sheet, and I have always thought that that was weird.
Huh.
So, all right. So Cardin, you heal 10. Oh wow.
Jeez.
All right. Anything else
I
for you,
turn around,
Cardin?
like, thanks, man. I give him like a little thumbs up.
Is that your turn then, Cardin?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was my
Valinar?
turn.
Valar.
Okay, cool. Now it is the NPC's turns. These three are gonna try and get the. Actually, they're just gonna take the disengage action, and move back inside. Actually,
What is this?
I'm gonna move them kind of far away so that I know where they're at. And then these guys are gonna throw this table against the door. We're gonna set that. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna make it. I am going to is drawing. We're gonna stay right there. This table is. Oh nope, nope. Stay right there. This table turned and is going to join that stack. These 6 guys are moving the table. So these 4 would have moved that other table. Yeah, and then at this point, these guys are basically just coming up here and are going to bring this chair, this chair, and this chair. That chair there. Look, zoom in on this. Anybody else who's watching this, as they are stacking up chairs using their actions and stuff to just kind of throw everything at the door, and then they're gonna spend the rest of their turn like pushing against the door.
Fair.
It is now the goblin's turn. And
Let's
you're
hope it
gonna
holds.
watch as they kind of move to a position where they're where they can kind of
Try and get in.
Fireball. If only we had it.
Give me a little bit. I might be able to get it.
Give me a little bit, I might be able to get it.
Give
For
me a
now,
little
we'll
bit.
have-
You're gonna cast fireball at all the wooden chairs and tables in front of the door that's keeping it barricaded? I don't think that's a good idea.
you guys are also
Oh
watching
no!
Oh, cool, more.
as
Wow.
Great.
I don't
as
suppose we
more-
have a plan of escape now, or do we just wait till morning?
Uh,
Well, waiting till morning would require survival.
Well, obviously. So we're either going to stay holed up here until morning and hope they all go away, or somebody comes to save us? Or is there some way out of this building that we don't know about?
Or we kill all the goblins as they come in 2 at a time.
For their turn, they are going to make a collective strength check to push against the door.
Oh boy.
So I would like. I'm gonna have the NPCs and Danak and Catherine, because they're the ones that have their turn next. Make athletics checks to
Well, nice knowing you all.
help hold the door shut.
you
Don't.
got the absolute worst person for this.
I mean,
Here we go.
you do know that there are quite a bit of people in the bar here
Bar.
working on that.
You're welcome.
So, see here.
Thank God it wasn't the second number.
Okay. So the other individuals rolled a collected. Okay, so that's basically a soft 20. And now the goblins. Wow, okay.
Wow, as in wow for us or wow for them?
Sure. Okay. So you guys, as you guys are watching as this happens, you guys watch as the doors begin to move as the goblins are clearly hitting against it, and everybody kind of throws themselves forward to kind of barricade and push against the tables and chairs that are held in place. And you guys feel almost all of this stuff begin to be pushed as the door pounds into it, and you watch as the door at the front, kind of towards the top, you can see holes beginning to splinter open and small
God.
little bony arms reaching inside, just
God.
trying to grab at things, and you see it all over. However, for the time being, things seem to be holding.
I'm getting anxiety just imagining it.
That will end their that will end their turn. That brings us to Dinak
My
and
turn.
Dinak. Anything you would like to do other than brace the door?
Can I get a shot through?
There isn't an opening big enough, really. You see arms sticking through. So you could attempt to hit one of the arms, but even with something like Ice Knife, you wouldn't be causing any damage to things on the other side of the door. You would only be dealing damage to that one arm.
So there's no way I could find a small little hole and go.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I mean, if you wanted to create a hole with
No.
another spell, you could, and then have
Okay,
that set up for
so-
next turn.
if I can see their arm, would that technically be a creature I can see?
I'll allow that.
I'm tolling the dead.
Oh, wisdom save? No, that fails. 8 necrotic.
Here's the thing. Has it taken damage recently?
We have your Toll the Dead set up so that it rolls for if it hasn't taken damage and if it has taken damage. The 7 is the 1d8 for if it hasn't taken damage, and the 8 is the 1d12 if it has taken damage. So the one right here in front, I'll say takes the 8. The one right in front of the guy with the green dot.
Okay.
However, that is not enough to kill him. But still good damage. Anything else with your turn?
Can I set myself to brace? Like, brace the pile a little bit better? Give myself a better on the roll?
Unfortunately, if you wanted to give yourself advantage, that would have taken your action to do.
Fair enough.
Because that would be like spending your turn to get in position, getting leverage. It's not something that you can kind of do real quick. It's something that you prepare for.
Yeah, fair. Then that'll be my turn, and I'll just be ready.
Okay. Catherine. Or Katya, I guess would be the better way to say it.
Okay. I have a choice here of going up to the barkeep in person or holding myself against the door and just casting message to speak to them without moving from my spot.
Message is one person. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And I want to speak to the barkeep specifically. So I'm going to continue bracing the door, but I'm going to use message to speak to her from across the room. And I'm going to
She's not that far away from you. You could probably just shout.
Good point. But would she be able to hear me over all the commotion?
You don't know.
But with message, I can guarantee it.
Right? But then you don't get to use your action to prepare you for the next surge of things.
Ooh, decision. Ah, you got me there. Okay, so while bracing the door, Katya is going to look over his shoulder at the bartender over here, and he's going to shout, is there an alternate way out of this bar?
Okay. I will roll perception for the barkeep, but... Yep. And, she will answer you on the NPC turn.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Kind of how it works.
But I'm continuing to brace.
Yes. So when it comes
and that
to
is my only action.
Yes. For your essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to hold your action for when the goblins surge, so that you can use your reaction to use that action to push back, giving you
Gotcha.
advantage on the athletics check.
Cool. Not like it'll help much, but okay.
Yep. Pardon. What are you going to do?
I am going to, where's the door at? Like right here? These two in the middle?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to, like, move there, and then I'm going to make, like, a...
You're gonna climb on top of the pile of tables and chairs?
I sort of want to move it, like, so that I'm, like, flush with the door, almost, that they're trying to get through.
People have pushed the tables against the door and are like pushing against tables and chairs to keep it barricaded closed. So if you want to get right up next to the door, you are going to have to stand on top of these tables and chairs.
Okay,
Sounds stable to me.
that takes away my idea, because I was going to see if I could sort of like chop across the front of the door at the arms that were sticking through. But I'm going to sort of move to be like, I'll just move and help them brace.
Okay, you're gonna move and help brace.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Are you gonna? You gonna use your That's fine where you're at.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use your action to brace as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Valinar.
I'm just gonna do the same thing he's doing and help brace. There's not much.
Okay. On the NPC's turn, these two are actually gonna rush up and join. Unfortunately, it's gonna take pretty much everything they got, I believe. Well, they'd have to run here. Yeah, they're basically like just barely they're gonna get there, and then that's it. Taking their entire turn to get there. Actually, I don't even get that far, but screw it. The barkeep, however, is going to she is going to move forward with her stool. Come up here.
Her stool mace.
Actually, she is gonna step. You're gonna step here beside you, Catherine. And she is going to yell. She's going to basically say, "No, the only other way out is through a window that not all of us will fit through. And it leads to the streets." That is her. Yeah, that is her. Her turn. All of the NPCs that are able to, they're going to brace as well, including the barkeep. The goblins now are.
My lord, look at all of them.
You think maybe they'll just give up and go away?
Oh, what I wouldn't give for a fireball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you guys wouldn't.
Or for a
I
second
mean-
channel divinity.
Yeah.
I have a fire bolt, but that doesn't really help here.
Yeah, I have burning hands. Except I only have one more spell level to use.
Save that
Burn
for
down the whole
melee.
wall to get them. Oh my god, there's more coming!
And they are going to give a massive heave as they are beginning to line up.
I cast Swords of Prevailing Light.
I want everybody to make a athletics check. Everybody has advantage except for Cardin and Denock. You guys have straight rolls.
Okay. I can live
Oh,
with my
thank God
straight.
for that.
Oh, nice,
Ooh,
15.
okay.
Oh, advantage 16.
The advantage.
Okay.
I don't help much.
I mean, it's not a natural one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, okay. So, you guys hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys have a lot of extra help as well. So, but you guys did really good on those checks anyway. So, with that,
So, how many
You guys-
goblins did these heroes slay exactly?
guys, as you guys continue to hold and brace this door, you guys continue onward through the night,
Gosh.
eventually taking rotating shifts with the other patrons in the bar in order to hold the door And whenever the goblins would have a surge, people would scramble and reposition at the door.
I have a question
Hmm.
for you. During the rotations, would that be enough for a short rest?
Probably not.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, just because of how persistent goblins and zombie creatures are, and with the fact that you guys are the closest source of blood and fresh meat to them, that is about as good as, like, this is about as good as they're gonna get. In terms.
Also, anytime that there is a hand poking through, I would toll the dead.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's a cantrip, so not an issue.
Mhm.
That definitely does help lower the numbers, especially as morning comes and as the sun begins to just begins to illuminate the area, and the fog disperses, and the sun, the sun scatters the the fog, and as the sunlight begins to peek through the the holes and cracks in the door, the movement and the sounds and the pushing against the door from the goblins vanish. You guys begin to clear as you guys wait for a time. An hour or so passes. There hasn't been any push against the door. You guys begin to clear some of the stuff away from the door. And as you guys peek out, the only thing remaining in the streets Hold on, I'm adjusting my map so that I can of the map here.
All that's left in the streets is street.
You guys
good people.
find you guys kind of come out and see whatever this might have been. The only thing, like I said, left for you guys find are the dead bodies of the goblins slain.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to throw a few. We'll go with that. That's good enough. The rest of them seem to have vanished. And there are numerous citizens that seem to be dead in the city street, as many of the patrons kind of begin to wander out. I'm gonna put. Oh,
Nope.
Sorry, I need to change something on my end. So give because so okay, go ahead and feel free to move yourselves as you would like. Barkeep steps out with her mace,
Cool,
air
mate.
quotes, and individuals begin to kind of, patrons of the bar begin to kind of move around, looking here and there, different areas, for different potential survivors. It is early morning. It is cold and brisk. There are some members. There are some people who manage to stave off the rest of the fight by surviving in their homes or seeking shelter elsewhere in the city. There were a lot of people in the tavern that managed to survive because of you guys.
We only lost one.
And the barkeep is very thankful. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to.
The bronze dragonborn so kind of like looks around and turns to you, Valinar, and as you're one of the closest ones. Also by this point in time, Cardin, you are no longer intoxicated.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming you did not drink throughout the night as you guys were on watch, essentially.
I don't know.
So the bronze dragonborn female turns to you and goes, thank you guys so much for helping out. That was very brave and stupid what you guys did, but we appreciate it nonetheless. She kind of like gives you a slight bow and goes, you guys ever need a room, please return to kind of turns and looks at the front door of her tavern and goes, well, that's gonna need to be fixed. The Yawning Mug, and you will have a room free of and drinks. I'll provide room and drinks, quarter of the price of normal. Best thing I can offer. And like you watch some of the patrons turn and go as they're kind of like, motherfuckers. As you guys have held out against a zombie horde of undead goblins.
Yay!
And I think this is going to be an excellent place to take a short break, as it is almost 11 o'clock already.
Yeah.
Before we do that, can I examine this body in front of me?
Also, same thing.
Let's do that when we come back. Okay?
I like it. Let's do it.
All right, guys. We're going to just take a short break here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes to continue where this kind of left, I guess. So we'll be right back.
Gotcha.
All right, guys. Thank you for bearing with us through the break here. Just some quick refueling, and we'll be getting back into this. Again, in chat, guys, if you anybody in chat, let me know if we put up music that's too loud or anything like that. If you guys and comments, let me know if you're enjoying this, because we are. So, alrighty. Let's go ahead and get back into this then. So, first off, before I forget, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget. Everybody has one level of exhaustion. Because you did not get a long rest. So spell slots are still depleted, hit points are still down.
Where would we mark that?
In your character sheets, I mean, anywhere that makes it kind of easy to remember and see. So personally, whenever I do this, see though, if I change that, sometimes what I'll do is I'll add it up like at the very top of my character sheet, like where experience points are, just because it's kind of there at the top. Otherwise, if you add it as you could do it as like a resource or something like that.
I'll do it as the other resource.
I'm already
So-
using both my resources.
Right. So that like, you know, I played a wizard in another game, and I used a lot of. Oh, you just changed your name. That's another good way of doing it as well. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna show to players what you did here, Valinar, just so that they can see it.
Oh,
I'm not gonna show anything on
okay.
your character sheet. I'm actually changing all the way over to your attributes and abilities, which is ridiculously funny. A ridiculously funny page. Actually, hold on. Maybe this middle page.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Actually, no. This page here will be okay. And then everybody will have to. Does that not appear for everyone?
Encumbrance.
That didn't
No.
work. It did not work. Okay, well I'm gonna pop this out and kind of throw it over on the stream, so that they can see it. I don't know if it showed up to the rest of you guys or not, but if you guys
It is.
look at the stream here, you can see that he just changed his name and then added one level exhaustion.
Okay.
And that kind of helped out there. For whatever reason, I wasn't unable to show that to players. It's fine, not that big of a deal.
Put it on your bio page.
But just something so that you guys can see it and know what is going on. I know exhaustion pretty well. I played a barbarian for years. So frenzied barbarian is well, they're the shit. And what I mean by that is they have the biggest pros and cons in D&D, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. And opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and no one wants to see them. So, we're gonna go ahead and come back. Where right there, you guys wanted to inspect the bodies, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you guys want to assist one another, or do you guys want to make individual checks?
I
question.
think I would prefer individual checks.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Wanted to clarify. So, go ahead and make individual investigation checks.
At disadvantage.
That
Because
yeah, I'm
exhaustion.
pretty sure it's at disadvantage because because of
yeah.
exhaustion for everybody at this point. So
Okay, so remind me, what am I rolling? I wasn't paying attention.
Investigation.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
God damn, son.
My
Wow.
vision here is 2020.
Wow.
So for the podcast viewers, they're rolling at disadvantage, and they rolled. Well, Denock rolled a 23 and a 24 at disadvantage, and then Katya rolled a 20 and a 20 at disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, motherfuckers. Okay, so these creatures are indeed undead. There doesn't seem to be any gold or anything of value really on them. They literally were coming at you with like their nails and hands. They were animated undead due to some spell that you guys are unfamiliar with.
Yay.
Is there anything else in particular that you were looking for?
Traces
Well-
of magic, but if it's a spell that I don't readily recognize, then that's kind of pointless.
For me, it was more like I dealt with undead entities and I was wondering how different these are from ones I dealt with.
I mean, other than these ones being goblinoid, not super different. With your 23, the biggest thing that you would notice is it seems that the magic used in this kind of a group was due to the large number of reanimated corpses. It seems that the magic itself was not as powerful as what you're familiar with. But
Numbers over quality.
Yes. So that is, with what you were familiar with, that's what you would understand.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, question for everyone. It is Valinar. That hero group we were all celebrating, didn't they kill a bunch of goblins? Or something like that?
I believe so, yes.
that was the story you were told.
Okay.
You were informed that they killed a bunch of goblins and that you guys were celebrating for essentially their defeat. The goblins' defeat.
Now, wouldn't you think that for a celebration for those heroes, it would make sense that the heroes would have at least been present for this celebration? You know, walk the streets, shake a few hands, just try to be in the public eye, but I don't remember seeing any heroes. Do y'all?
Make
Well,
a
what's
history
that,
check
bunch of-
if you guys would like.
Which check? Sorry.
History. If you guys would like to recall information about the day, you can make history. Still at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Ah! 13.
Womp womp. So 13 is okay. So Valinar and Katya, you would just very briefly remember, and I would say probably Valinar more so than Katya. You guys actually remember the librarian telling you when you guys were going over the maps that the heroes weren't even here on the day of the celebration, the morning of. You remember him saying that they weren't here for the celebration.
Interesting.
Why were we celebrating people that weren't even here?
You guys didn't ask.
Why were we celebrating
Propaganda.
people? Why were we celebrating people that supposedly killed a bunch of goblins when the goblins were clearly not dead?
What
I
did
speak
you
up.
roll? Did you roll an investigation
Technically-
check?
Who?
Yeah, you
Nope.
rolled an investigation check, Katya. These creatures were undead. They were
Yeah.
reanimated.
Well, they're clearly not dead.
For the love of...
You know,
They're undead. That doesn't mean that they are dead.
that's literally what undead means.
There is a difference. There is a difference between dead
Okay.
and undead. Undead means they were dead at some point, but they are no longer dead.
Anyway,
I suggest, Carden, Valnar, we step away from the heretic before God smites him.
Jeez. Was this something I said? In my defense, I haven't slept all night.
None of
So-
us have.
Then you would think that what I'm saying would make some sort of sense.
No.
Okay. Katya turns and points at the goblin corpse on the ground next to him. That is a dead goblin. Those things that were moving around last night were undead. They were not dead anymore.
No, I get that. I just don't like the way you said it.
True enough. I could have used better terms. Regardless, we celebrate heroes that killed a bunch of goblins, and we just got overrun by a bunch of undead goblins, which killed off our barbarian, apparently.
Okay.
Pardon?
Pardon?
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's
totally
way-
out of.
He's way down there now.
Hold on.
He's like, I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
out of the Discord.
Okay.
What?
He's totally gone from
He's
Discord.
offline.
Interesting.
Okay. I'll shoot.
Well, for
him
those
with-
of you who
Discord crashed for him.
Oh, did you
Wow.
message him?
Yep.
Okay.
for those of you who are still willing to listen, it would
Continue
appear
as. Oh, he's back.
There we
I
go.
heard.
Back.
I heard noises.
Yep. Give him
yeah,
a second.
it would appear that let's just assume for the sake of argument that these goblins are the very same ones that those heroes supposedly killed, but clearly they've been reanimated by someone with necromantic powers. Now, I suggest
And a
next time
hack
we
job
do,
of it as well.
what would you know about necromancy?
Necromancy is a honored practice where I'm from. It's specifically for the caretakers of the undead. One of which was my
Well-
teacher.
I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. You also hail from a place where apparently controlling the weather is normal. But moving along, I suggest we should go to the library and look up more information about maybe not necromancy in general, but necromancers. Maybe learn more about the land.
Why would
Give us
we
an
go
idea on
back
where to
to a
go.
library? What is library?
We were just there the other day or earlier, depending on if you count last night having been a night.
So that place with a
Speaking
bunch
of which,
paper.
my vote's for sleep.
Yes.
But it's
That's
daytime
right.
already.
I will say at this
Our
point
sys-
in time, at this point in the day, it is probably because you guys are high in the air. Honestly, it's probably close to 9-ish a.m. And you guys have a summons for noon. Remember that.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we go get sleep now, our sleep schedule is gonna be thrown off, and we're gonna miss our summons for the royal district. And if we start sleeping during the day and being active at night, the libraries are closed at night.
Yes, but by the looks of it, zombies might be out at night trying to kill people.
We may just be better off. I don't like these choices here.
Good.
Yeah, I don't either.
So we either have to fight off zombie hordes at night instead of sleeping, but all the information we need to gather is available during the day. I'm never gonna get used to this roughing it.
It's not too bad once you're used to it.
I
Well,
shrug and nod.
It's not
then
bad at all.
perhaps
This is a normal day.
we should find somebody who is still alive and find out how long it'll take to get to the royal district from here.
I mean, why don't we just ask the barkeep? She's right there.
That she is.
I was hoping she would overhear me not noticing she's even there.
Actually, you currently see her attending to the patron that was killed outside of her bar. She is currently performing some form of a burial ritual.
Ooh.
Okay. Then, out of courtesy, I will wait for the barkeep to finish her said ritual.
Okay. It doesn't take long. She'd been working on it for a while.
Is it a religious ritual, or is it more of a just don't get back up?
She is not stabbing it in the head, removing its heart, that kind of a thing. It seems to be a very respectful, like crossing the arms, closing the eyes, cleaning up the wound. That kind of a thing. So, like the embalming process.
Making it easier for the coroner.
It's pronounced Corona. I'm kidding.
Boo.
Boo.
But yeah, that's currently what she is doing.
Well, if no one else will ask, I'll go ask.
I'm taking notes.
So, I mean, like I said, it doesn't take long. She eventually finishes it up, and kind of kind of has him off to the side. He's cleaned up as best as she is able to do. And eventually she stands up. And who approaches?
Okay, I guess I will, since everyone seems so excited to go talk to her.
My Cardin is just like nodding off on his feet.
Katya's taking notes.
Because he's being able to go to bed after a night watch.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes. She kind of turns. Her hands are a bit bloodied, but happens when you dress wounds.
What would be the best route to the Royal District?
It's if you take the main thoroughfare, it'll take you go straight down it, heading northward, and you should arrive. See, from this distance, maybe half an hour.
All right, thank you.
And again, thank you. I hope to see you again. Like I said, I owe you guys drinks. She kind of gives this.
Certainly.
She kind of gives you this like half-hearted smile. She is clearly tired too.
Well, certainly. If we need a place to survive the zombie horde, we're coming to your bar again tonight.
Let's maybe not bring a horde with us next time. She kind of laughs.
We didn't plan to bring a horde last time, but here we are.
I don't like zombie horde.
Oh, but they like you.
They really didn't like you.
Yeah, they really did not.
Well, I mean, you kind of stood in the middle of all of them.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yup.
Tanking it. So, if it's 30 minutes to the Royal District, and we're not needed for another approximately 3 hours, what are we going to do to kill time where we're not going to fall asleep?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah, we could basically just take a short rest at least by having breakfast.
You guys could just essentially take a short rest for the duration of this time period here.
But we might fall asleep. during said short rest, and it'll turn into a long rest because we overslept.
Short rest is typically light activity such as eating, drinking, stuff like that.
Apparently, you don't know my schedule very well. A short rest for me when I'm tired turns into a nap.
And I can't.
I think
deny
a
this
short
thing.
rest would.
Yeah. I don't see what else we could do.
Okay.
I mean, we could help, remove these bodies from the street.
I mean, we can do that and then take a short rest. It's not exclusive.
I would say that by this point in time, a lot of the civilians have gathered the bodies of those who passed and have moved them into a localized area. Due to having a place to put having to put the dead somewhere, and just getting them in a place where they can easily collect them when it comes time to give them proper burials, because this is only within this section of the city. I mean, if I grab my ruler here and go from the front door out this way, this is basically within basically 80 feet ish of you guys. Maybe 100 feet. That's all you guys really see. So it's really hard to know what has happened in the rest of the city.
Did everybody else die with all the zombies?
You don't know.
I'd like to think there are probably at least a few survivors.
Well,
I mean, we
survived.
are the few. We
A
am
few
the
other survivors.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I'll take her up on the quarter price food if she's willing to cook for us.
Yeah, breakfast.
Breakfast.
Are you
Excuse
asking?
me, ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excuse me,
Yes.
ma'am. I know you're exhausted, as are we. But could you expend just a little more energy and make us some breakfast?
She kind of looks at the rest of the patrons and, yeah, I think we can whip up something for everyone to eat here. And at this point in time, you can see that the patrons are now moving the goblins into a pile in the middle of the street, and beginning to prepare them for burning, essentially.
Ooh, I can help with that.
Burn the bodies.
Okay.
burn all of the bodies.
Katya looks at the pile of bodies over there and casts Firebolt right at the center of them.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, hail. Let's see. Stationary targets. Does a 9 hit? I must have blinked.
You know what? Because of their AC, technically, yeah, it hits.
Oh, good.
We'll say that.
Light them up.
All right.
Up.
Light it up, light it up,
Oh, now we have a fire for our breakfast.
You hear the Dragonborn. I will not be cooking on that. And she walks back into the bar.
As Enoch is following her, and as he passes you, Kadia, he says, "Zombie smoke does not make for a good. It doesn't do good for food."
She
Trust me on that.
basically steps back behind the bar and begins preparing food for you guys.
What, you don't like the smoked meat?
Not
I
that
see right
smoked.
here.
Not over zombies.
Zombies over easy.
You can try it, but when you find a worm in your food, well,
I'll feed it to the barbarian and I'll tell him it's candy.
No,
I
I heard that.
So, all right. Eventually, breakfast is provided for you guys. So as you guys kind of come back and get breakfast. Also, I'm echoing on somebody's end.
No, you're not.
I'm hearing it for myself. So, Tommy,
hold
I'm
on, it
hearing
might
quite
be me
echo.
again.
Oh, there it is. I hear it now. Oh,
let's see if that fixes it.
you killed someone.
Well, he had to leave because otherwise that's kind of the thing. Okay, I don't hear myself anymore, so that sounds
Yep,
good.
as
Technically,
always,
man.
it's my fault.
Bro, I don't get it. It sometimes it's like that, other times it's not. So I'm gonna put these guys back into the bar. Gather.
Boy, you got crowded in here fast.
Huh?
It sure
I
got
grabbed
crowded
that
in here
backpack.
fast. Ooh, there's that echo.
We're gonna guys kind of here just to kind of put everybody in a not survive the night.
What's that? Oh.
That's the guy that didn't survive as well.
Okay.
One guy from inside.
He looked awfully big for a moment there.
Yeah, I was trying to get him back to snapping to the grid. So they're there to they're there to do that. These guys are going to be moved back further. Just because they would have been moved back further because they would have tended to these guys first and then tended to the zombies. So you guys kind of reconvene and eventually it takes some time as she is cooking food for lots of people, but eventually food is prepared and served to you guys. Lots of eggs, easy things to kind of cook that she can cook en masse. But food is had, and you guys can go ahead and take a short rest here.
Yay.
And who all does that affect? I think it's just the paladin, right?
The paladin.
Paladin.
Cleric, my bad.
What's the difference? Nah.
Short
What
rest is
I-
something everybody can take.
You could use your hit dice to recover HP.
Yeah.
That I didn't use.
True.
I think the barbarian
Same
and the
here.
cleric are the only ones that took damage.
The
Well, of the main party. Sorry.
I
What am I doing?
think
See, I didn't use any sorcery points, and those don't recover until a long rest.
Romulus, you have arcane recovery if you wanted to recover spell slots.
Just one?
Hi.
Yeah, you could recover a first level.
Okay.
I don't know how. I don't know.
What do I mean?
Yeah, arcane recovery. Once per day, when you finish a short rest, you can regain a number of expended spell slots equal to half your level, rounded up. Since you're level 2, you get 1. So 1 first level spell slot back is what you can get. Yeah, so if you guys if you guys need to spend hit points to heal, there is a button that'll allow you to do that. Jesus Christ, a 13 right off the bat.
I was gonna say I had just rolled it in person and I rolled an 8. You want me to roll it on the?
If you want to roll it on the stream,
Okay.
then everybody can kind of see what those can see, or you can those who are
Probably not gonna be as good.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I mean, you have 2, so
I have 2. I'm gonna use both based on that roll.
I am literally
so you regain 8.
2 HP below my max.
Lol. All right. So you don't have to spend all of them. You can if you don't want to. Don't.
I did.
But-
I
I know.
used one.
Yeah, I don't think as a sorcerer, dude, I don't think you get anything back at your current level, unfortunately. I'm just
Nope.
kind of moving NPCs now to kind of get them to tables so that they can eat in fashion. So, eggs are kind of had. You guys begin to kind of, you guys take your short rest. Is there anything else you would like to do during your short rest before heading off to the Royal District?
No.
Not. I can't really think of anything Cardin would want to do after breakfast.
Also, I found the drunken state rules, and I was basically spot on with everything. You basically do everything at disadvantage, but you become immune to fear. And that's basically it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it gives your enemies disadvantage or advantage.
No, but I wasn't sure because, but yeah. Anyway. Now, if there's nothing else that you guys would like to do, then it would be time for your adventure to the Royal District.
Sweet.
Okay.
Full bellies. Mm-hmm.
Still tired and exhausted, but better off than you were.
A lot better off.
I am gonna go this because there isn't anything.
Whoa.
That
That is
needs
a
to.
blank page.
There isn't anything that needs to be seen at this point.
No.
So
You didn't draw us a castle or anything?
no.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah. Theater of the mind. Suck it up, Buttercup. So, with that, you guys head out to the main thoroughfare. And as you guys begin to head northward, as directed, you see more zombie bodies on the streets. Not a ton, but one here and there. You do see a lot more civilians on the streets, though, and you see a lot of people tending to them, a lot of guards walking around and helping move people, move buildings and stuff like that as, well, not buildings, fallen structure, essentially, that need help being moved. And you see a lot of angry civilians. Not even going to make you roll an insight check for that one. They are livid.
Well,
go ahead.
So all of us insight or just
No, you don't have to.
no, you don't have to. Well, how much you guys want to bet that the mayor's not going to see us now? Probably too busy dealing with this stuff.
He has no choice. He gave us personally a royal decree. he must meet with us, and then
Well,
perhaps we can discuss this whole mess with him.
He gave us the decree to get into the royal district, not necessarily to
Meet with us
speak with
today.
him.
I'm sure we could find a way to get inside, one way or another. Maybe if we kidnap one of the guards.
We're not
No
kidnapping
kidnapping!
someone.
Just going with the previous suggestions, it seemed to be very popular, just a couple days ago.
We were
Enoch
talking
reaches
about
over and slaps you upside the
there.
head.
That's something that's different.
Do you let him hit you?
What?
I'm reaching over to slap you upside the head.
Do you let it happen?
No.
Okay, well then, Danak, roll an unarmed strike, which would be a d20 plus strength.
So that's a -1.
Oh boy.
Instead of you smacking me, it would appear I smack back.
All right, that is a 11.
My armor class is 12. You miss.
So I'm gonna say like you use your hand and like swipe at the back of his head like you're just trying to give him a little bop on the head, and like he just barely sees it coming and just starts to duck just a little bit, and it just like skeets the back of your head, like it makes your hair move, Katya, but does not hit, does not inflict damage, but he is clearly like trying to give you that knock that off kind of a message.
Katya giggles and says, "You're gonna have to try a little bit harder than that next time." And then keeps walking.
I think we're all just sort of walking at this point.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little on edge and a little
A little tired.
irritated due to the lack of sleep. Understandably so. So, with that, you guys get to the Royal District. You are stopped by guards immediately. You know, they kind of halt. What's your business here? What do you do?
Katya pulls the royal decree from his silk robes and presents it before the guard. He says, "Yesterday, the mayor handed this to me personally. We are to meet with him at noon."
Okay. And it is, like I said, getting close to noon. And he kind of holds his hand out to take the note from you.
And then he
Yeah,
rips up the
Let him have
Takes
the
it.
decree.
He takes it and he breaks the seal and opens it. Begins to read. All right, he folds it, tucks it into his plate mail, and kind of follow me. And he turns and just looks at the other man on guard and goes, "I'll be right back." And he begins to lead you inward to the Royal District.
Why did that feel so easy?
Because it was.
I was expecting a little more resistance, especially after last night's attack. But okay.
As you guys enter the Royal District, much like the difference between the Forgotten District and the Common District, how there's a drastic change, there is another very drastic change here. Most of the buildings here within the Royal District have the houses are very, very, very large. Immediately on this street, you guys like look, and probably 300, like just within the 300 feet that you guys can kind of just immediately see, you see a total of 4 houses expanding that kind of a distance within this immediate vicinity. They are massive estates that are bright colored and stained wood and stone, bearing emblems of different house crests. Some have like a gate at the front of their estate, and then like 30 feet of just a front yard. As you guys begin to like walk into this area.
I know
You
it seems a bit far-fetched, but is it possible Katya might recognize one of the family crests, or any of them?
Give me either an intelligence or a history check.
Ooh, decisions. I'll do the history. That is a 15.
15. On the way to the castle, one seems familiar yet different.
Okay.
And the symbol itself is an individual. It looks to be like a humanoid, holding a sword in front of itself, where the sword itself, the blade is standing upright, so going above the head. The symbol that you are familiar with is the crest that you are familiar with is essentially the same, except the sword is downward, almost as it's being planted in the ground.
Okay.
The colors are also strangely the same, a little bit different due to the fading of colors. As they do this, the colors seem to be of a red and faded gold, if that makes sense. So
That's exactly what I was imagining. Oh my god.
The figure itself is a faded gold color, and then like the background of the rest of the emblem on this flag is of a reddish color.
Yep. Wow, that's scary. Okay.
So, just so that you remember, for your sake, this flag for you, the symbol that you would be familiar with, marks the house of paladins within your father's essentially circle.
Okay.
They train, or their family has been known for training and creating military leaders for the last like 2,000 years, essentially, and that's where they have basically gotten their power. They're one of the few remaining factions within your knowledge that still to this day prepare for an all-out war at the blink of an eye.
All right. I'm writing it down.
The rest of the estates are, like I said before, they are massive. Just eyeballing the size of this itself, and getting to the center, you imagine that there might be 10 different families that live in this area before getting to this central column. You guys, as you guys approach, you guys don't even notice it at first. It just looks like a normal building, comparatively to the rest of them, until you get right up next to it. And as you reach the base and look up, the tower suddenly seems to extend much further than it should, at least from what you saw earlier. Before, you were seeing this, 2 to 4 story building, much like the rest of the buildings around it. But the moment you get to the base of it and are standing at the door itself and you look up, it seems to extend for hundreds of floors.
Wow.
That's great.
The
I say,
Hundreds?
It's very
Isn't-
familiar.
isn't this too flashy? What if the demons come and kill all of these people with all of them gathered here?
I want to say it's too
oh,
flashy.
oh yeah, Cardin. There have been thousands of people in this city.
Yeah, that's why I've been sort of wondering, and then I see these huge buildings. I'm like, how have they not died?
I mean, this is all very familiar to me. It's almost like being home.
Dinok, you would recognize this magical effect of the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily, it's like illusion, it's a mixture of illusion and transmutation. It's a way for buildings, especially wizards spires, to have as much space as they would ever need without becoming
Taking up actual space.
without taking up actual space and becoming an eyesore for the rest of the city. Because they also have to stay within the weather dome for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to help manage. Basically, it's distorted space. You would be familiar with the workings of how this would work.
Especially since I work in a research lab that has that very thing.
Yeah, and like I said,
Fancy.
Katya, you would have seen this. You probably have no idea what it does. You have just known that people pay lots of money to have a building like this built.
Mm-hmm.
Cardin, it's trippy as fuck.
Yeah,
Because you're like, oh, it's just a really large building, and then you get to the base of it and you look up and you're like, what in the fuck?
oh yeah.
Do I
then-
know
That
their
looks
name?
smaller, like back there.
And then I'm just like, how have these people not been eradicated yet? I'm just like,
When you say that, the guard turns and goes, what?
Eradicated.
I turn.
We
over
have
to
a
guard,
fantastic military here.
I say, so do we, but the demons always swarm us whenever we get to be too high of a population.
Oh, well, you need not worry. Wait, demons? Demons haven't been spotted on this continent for almost 2,000 years.
Yeah, we had a what we call it? We had a magical mishap, and now we're all kind of lost and confused.
He kind of looks at you guys
You'll have
and
to
just
forgive
he
him.
just kind of goes, "This sounds above my pay grade," and he just knocks on the door, just on the door.
Over here.
And
I would like to know, Sir Guard. You mentioned that you have a very good military here. Are they trained by the House of Paladins by chance?
House of Paladin. Actually, no. We're trained by the Vanguard.
The Vanguard, you say?
Yeah. I suppose you could call them paladins of a sort. If their allegiance were to essentially their own self and family. Yes. They're very well trained and they train other people very well, but they're
Mhm.
stupidly expensive to be trained by.
Did it happen
Essentially,
to
the
be-
only people that are able to be trained by them are the other royals within the area.
Did it happen to be the estate that we passed that had the crest with the red background and the gold figure holding the sword to the sky?
Yes, actually.
Okay, just curious.
I think there was somebody else who was wanting to ask something or say something, and I think
Me.
Yes, go ahead.
I was wanting to ask if I knew what the effect on the building was called.
I would have to look up the spell, but there is a spell that helps with space distortion. It's also so there's a lot of spells that help store a lot of material in a limited space, much like a bag of holding. You know, when the spell is cast on the bag of holding, inside the bag is a much more vast amount of space. The same principle is applied to a building at a much higher concentration of magic, between magic and science, for you specifically. And that is how they create the effect. In this area, you don't see any magitech, so you assume that this is something that has been achieved completely off of based off of magic, which also may explain why it's the only building in the city that has this effect.
Okay.
So,
I'm just trippy.
yes. Just thought of something. So, okay. As after the guard kind of knocked on the door, soon not too long after, the door opens and you see an older elf. And when I say older, he looks to be essentially what we would think of as a 60-year-old man. So this is actually probably like a 600, 800-year-old elf.
Damn.
That's an old boy.
Mm-hmm.
He was alive when we were still on the ground.
I don't think he's quite that old.
No, he is.
Wait, are we not on the ground?
Actually, I don't know at this point. Not yet, at least. I suppose it's possible.
Pretty sure, didn't the librarian say we were floating in the sky?
Yeah, but you never know. Those maps. I mean, never mind. I'm confused. It's been a long night.
Yeah.
So, you have the elf standing there before you, kind of. Yes. And the guard kind of. These men need to see Zio, and he hands him the writ, or the right. And he kind of takes it and opens and just, I see. He takes it and sticks it inside of his shirt. And he kind of goes, follow me if you would. The guard kind of just gives a bow and turns and walks back towards the main gate. Kind of walks over and he kind of, you guys are practically right on time. We need to ascend to the top floor in order to reach Zio. And as you guys walk into this space, you guys see a very nice and welcoming, essentially, living room. There's a little bit of a hearth and lounge, like, study area off on the right, and to the left you can kind of see what looks to be storage rooms of some kind. And then kind of in the center of this area you see a spiral staircase that seems to go around the entire room of this smaller area, and it just circles and it begins to go up.
That's a lot of stairs.
He goes, yes, but because of the top floor, we will not be taking them. And he stands in the middle of the circling stairs that go up. He goes, come join me over here. He kind of waves you guys over.
I mean,
I'm
we don't
sort
have
of
to take stairs, even
mistrustful
better.
of this thing, but I go over pretty hesitantly. And then I ask, is it possible to take the stairs all the way to where we need to go?
It is possible, but it would take you many hours to reach the top. He goes, "Don't
Okay.
worry. This will only take
don't
a
have that kind of
moment."
time.
And he sticks out his hand and basically flips it over. And you watch as like this small circle pops in his hand and then expands basically the entire distance between the stairs and the rest of this area here. Exactly sure how this spell works. Actually, oh wait, there's no saving throw for this part. That's funny.
Oh boy.
You guys immediately begin rocketing upwards.
Woohoo!
You guys are quite literally thrown 100 feet in the air. In a matter of seconds.
That was great.
And you guys just
There goes my breakfast.
like a roller coaster. Actually, has everybody here ever ridden the Dragster from Cedar Point?
I've
No.
never been.
Oh,
Wait, never even heard of the place. Probably because I don't live there.
oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
So
it's-
imagine a roller coaster that takes off at like 200 miles an hour.
The Texas Twister.
That is essentially just what happens to you guys as you are thrust upwards. And as you guys come to a stop at the height of the 100 feet, the individual kind of steps forward and steps onto a balcony, and kind of just says, "This way." Also, at this point in time, as you guys kind of look up, you do see that there seem to be a couple of floors above you, or it looks that way anyway. And he steps off onto the balcony here, and as you guys,
I grunt and follow him, saying as I do, "Different than what I thought, but the effect is the same."
yeah, you're used to the same kind of a thing, except it being a lot smoother in transition.
Meanwhile, Katya's holding his stomach. I think
Mhm.
we're gonna puke.
That was a ride.
What's Cardin's reaction to this?
Literally, what is going on?
Enoch stops and turns around and is like, "Come on, what's wrong with you?"
I may or may not have gotten a little motion sick.
I've never been thrown in such a manner before.
I definitely have not been.
Nope.
If you were to stop holding your stomach and grimacing in pain and look at Enoch, all you would see is a raised eyebrow,
Eyebrow?
a
Wait a
confused
minute.
eye ridge.
I'm like, wait. Dragonborns
my
have
God.
eyebrows? Hang on.
So, yeah, effectively that spell is reverse gravity, and ironically, there is no saving throw when you are thrust upwards into the air.
Wow.
No, it's all creatures that aren't somehow anchored to the ground and the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast this spell. When you are up in the air, you can make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object it can reach, thus avoiding the fall.
But that's it.
So if that's cast in an open field with nothing above you,
You just fall into the sky.
No, it's got 100-foot limit at the top of it. But if you fall 100 feet,
You're gonna die.
well, most normal people would. I believe it's a D6 per 10 feet, so that would be 10d6 average damage. So
just for sake of
Oh, dude.
that.
Yeah, 34 points of damage, which ironically is very close to half. On average, you're looking at 30. Half of a d6 is 3 times 10, 30.
Mhm.
So,
I would have been just unconscious.
I would have been dead.
yeah, pretty much everybody in the party except for Cardin would be dead.
Yeah.
So, with that, you guys step off onto the balcony, and the elf leads you to a set of large, wooden double doors. And he kind of knocks on it twice, and you hear the familiar voice of Theo inside, and goes, "Come in." And he kind of opens the door, and he goes, and he kind of looks to Theo, and he goes, "Your midday appointment is here," he says as he opens the door and waves you guys in. And as you can see, as you guys enter, you can see Zio like busily looking through paperwork, which seems to be different kinds of reports that have been coming into his home this. And he kind of, welcome. Wow, it's been a night. He says, and
Yeah,
as you guys kind of see, he's kind of, his hair seems like his hair isn't as pristine as it was yesterday. It's kind of a little bit of a mess. His clothes are still clean and rather nice, but you can tell that they have like not been, they either haven't been changed since like late last night, or he has been like moving around a lot because they are not like pressed, essentially. And he kind of thank you guys so much for coming. I even got a report that you guys were involved in protecting some of the citizens for this.
I point my thumb at the barbarian. He got the brunt of it last night.
Well,
Yeah.
And I still have more hit points than you. After
Not at the time this was happening.
several times.
He's kind of like, I appreciate everything you guys have done for us and for the yesterday. Any chance you have any idea what the fuck happened?
Oh, did he actually say that?
Yes.
Well,
Oh, so he's definitely on edge.
Well,
Okay.
well,
I mean, if you
speak
would
up
like,
and
make an
say-
insight
but I kind
check.
of blinked out.
I say, as far as I can tell, it was a mass hack job, Rez.
Hack job res. What?
I think he's getting along something about necromancy done wrong.
Okay. But okay, I guess my question is, how did this originate? Where did it originate from? And will it happen again?
So you mean this isn't a normal thing?
No.
Okay.
The whole point
Just,
was
just checking.
the whole point was of the festival yesterday was these goblins had been killed by this group of adventurers that had come through the day before, and the morning of the celebration they left. They said they couldn't stick around due to other time restraints elsewhere. I kind of understood this due to adventurers having busy lives and having to do things very quick and move on, soon afterwards. But the fact that these goblins seemingly to be the same goblins that they killed, coming back and attacking our city, is
I just
very
think it's ironic.
worrisome.
I just think it's ironic that one day we're celebrating the death of a bunch of goblins, and by that night, we're being overrun by these no longer dead goblins. We have no idea where it originated from. However, I would like to know, what did these adventurers look like?
Oh, guess you're mostly standard array of adventurers. They had there was one fellow. They had a couple of individuals in heavy armor, and another one that carried a bow. And then two more that were more like you, and he kind of indicates to you. The two armored figures. One wielded a massive sword, much like yours, and he points to you, Cardin. Has a, and then the other one wields a shield and a, was it a mace? Some kind of club, I believe. And the one with the bow, she was an elf. Wielding a bow. I didn't get a look at the the armored individuals. They were they didn't remove their helmets. The I guess mage kind of like shrugs as he looks at you. Was human. But didn't he wasn't really the one that did a lot of the talking. It was mostly the elf. Unfortunately, that's about all I know.
Nothing seemed off about them?
No, they seemed genuine in their report. We even had individuals confirm the goblins were dead. And you know, they were. The plan was to maybe a day or two after the celebration was to empty the mine or the cavern that they were in of the bodies and get rid of them, probably over the edge, honestly, and then turn the cavern that they had occupied into a mining space and turn it into a form of resource capitalism.
Well, the good news is they won't have to remove the bodies from the mines anymore.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. But it seems they left the job half finished. While they slew all those goblins, it would appear they missed a very important aspect. Someone had a use for those goblins. Now, perhaps they went to go back and finish the job, and if that's the case, they never returned.
The adventurers set off for well, they were gonna first head towards Tolus and resupply there, but their end destination was the Parallel Woods. Apparently, there's something there that has the locals spooked.
Think it's related?
Highly doubtful.
I would hope that it was related, because otherwise we have two problems instead of one.
Well, in theory, these adventurers are going to go to the Parallel Woods and take care of the problem. So really, we only have one problem, and I only have one problem. The Parallel Woods are nearly a week's travel from here. There's no need to worry on my end.
Gotcha.
But if you guys have no idea what happened or would what would be my biggest concern right now, he says as he takes a moment of pause, I don't know if this is something that'll happen again, and if it is, how do we prepare for it?
That's
We lost so many civilians last night. The last report says, and he picks up a piece of paper, the death toll is around 63. That was the last report as of an hour ago.
I could only imagine what the Forgotten District looks like right now.
A large portion of those were from the Forgotten District. Those were a lot of the there's not a lot of defense out that way, and there's not a lot to barricade. But because the city gates were open, very easily managed their way into the Common District. Lost a lot of people there as well.
I don't suppose it would be unheard of to invite those from the Forgotten District into the Common or even the Royal District for their protection until this situation passes.
He kind of like leans back in his chair as you say this, and he kind of goes, "It's not a bad idea, but I don't know how the rest of the people would react to something like that." See, the Forgotten District is forgotten for several reasons. One, it's an area where people have been banished to due to heinous crimes that don't yet require execution. And so they're banished to the Forgotten District to be forgotten. And there are some people who decided to, live out there because they are unable to obtain citizenship here, within, the Common District. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that I can do in that kind of a situation. Maybe what we can do instead is put more of our guards in the Forgotten District along the walls, and having them actually patrolling the Forgotten District rather than guarding the entrance. Put more of a force outside. Maybe we'll be able to be able to meet in the middle.
That sounds like a more approachable situation. At least
the last thing I want to tell the citizens of even the Common District is we're gonna let a bunch of I think the most heinous crime out there that has not been punishable by death yet is like rapists back into the Common District.
Oh yeah, I can see that going over well.
Oh yeah, they'd have my head on a plate by sundown. He kind of taps his finger, jots a note down. Anyway, that's not why we're here. If you guys have no further information, I'd really like to get to our point of business, so that I can start to sort out this issue with the goblins.
One question.
Hi.
Were there any reports of anything stronger than the common, let's call them the common goblin zombie?
He like picks up a stack of papers and just like flipping through a Rolodex, just kind of flips through it real quick. Not necessarily a goblin. Yeah, I mean there was one instance of a hobgoblin reported. Only the one. seems though he was slain in the streets by some of the guards down near one of the warehouses. It looks to be let's see, that would be it's right there near a lot of population, so it's possible that it was after, it was there was a civilian out that way, and the guards managed to slay it. But otherwise, no. Mostly, it was all goblins and the one hobgoblin reference.
And do you have any report on if the hobgoblin was better off than the goblins?
I mean, it was still undead. It was a zombie, yeah. Wouldn't know if it was better off or not.
The ones we thought were... their flesh was falling off as they came out.
It's
Sometimes zombies are still put together better.
it's not listed in the report, he says as he looks at the paper.
Enoch just hums to himself and...
Well, anyways, back to the.
Hold on a second, guys. You
Black screen.
yeah, Arctic. You may need to refresh the page.
Uh-oh. He's like, WTF is that?
And welcome, Arctic. This is our Friday night fuckery.
Yeah. Like I said, may need to refresh the page. Because everything seems to be good on my end.
Yep.
So may need to just refresh the page. There's not a huge image. It's just kind of a white screen with if you've ever seen Roll20, it's basically the Roll20 layout. So hopefully that fixes it. If that doesn't, nope, still a black screen. That's
That's weird because it's even up on mine and my internet sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm still
Maybe close whatever. Are you using the app or web browser or something like that?
yeah. Maybe you need to close completely out of the web browser and reload. Yeah. See if that works. If that doesn't work, I really don't know what to do at that point. But if he's the only one experiencing that, from what I can tell.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah. What I can tell, that's the only. So if that doesn't fix, I don't know what to say. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But if that's a problem, I wanted to get that fixed. But like I said, I it seems to only be on the one end, so we're gonna continue.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I got it up too. So, all right. If you want to troubleshoot with him while we're continuing this, I'll try as well. But try to do it just through the chat. That way, there's not that way we're not interrupting. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I don't remember who I cut off, but I know somebody was speaking.
That was me. So,
okay, go ahead and pick up where you were.
Since we have no more additional information on the attack of the zombie horde, the Night of the Living Goblins, as you will, we should move on to the other topic at hand. The interesting discovery of multiple floating continents, not just the one. Although I feel like we were supposed to get the librarian and bring him here with us.
Um,
I don't remember that being a part of the.
he
I don't
kind of
remember that either. Granted, I don't remember much.
Yeah, you were drunk.
Yes, very.
we're we don't need to worry about that. I have a copy of the map myself. And he kind of actually
Oh.
pulls something out from underneath the desk and lays it on it, like on a, what brings it over and lays it on a table, kind of off to the side here, and unfurls it and displays the map, of the, pulls out the map and lays it down, and then you guys took another map, I believe.
Yeah, I think. Did we?
Yes, you
Yeah, some-
have a common map.
Yeah, you have the common map of
Okay.
Isserus. So you guys,
Okay.
oh, excuse me. You guys, oh, sorry.
So I pull out my map of the continents, and I lay it next to the pre-rise map that the mayor presents.
Correct. Okay, and
Okay.
you do that,
Okay.
and
I wasn't sure if he was going to say something.
he kind of looks at. Well, yeah, no, he just,
He's watching. Okay.
yeah, he. Everything. So,
All right. So I lay this out, and I point to like a vague shape on the pre-rise map, and I say, this landmass here looks similar to the continent we're on right now. But my companions and I were looking at this pre-rise map. We have knowledge of locations, some of which are on the pre-rise map that are places that we've been, that we've traveled to, but do not exist on this local area map.
and he kind of just is like, show me, and he's having you point out, and identify detail of what you're finding. He's asking to ensure, he's asking to find out what it is you guys know. So I'm assuming you basically discuss everything with him.
Yes, because I can't remember what it was that you pointed out that I recognized, some kind of forest or something
One
near
land
where I
mass.
was at.
You recognized the Gibfell Forest.
Yeah, there we go.
Mine was the Arid Peak.
Yes, because you guys rolled kind of low on the investigation check, but
Yeah.
but you
And
still,
then there's me.
but it wasn't low enough to,
Fail.
yeah,
Yeah.
unlike Cardin.
And then there's me, who I think I rolled pretty high, didn't I? Decently high.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
I think you remember.
I think you found your city.
If I remember out of game, your character remembered something about he could actually see the city on the landmass
Mhm.
pre-rise. Ancient city, apparently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you found. I think you rolled high enough that you found everything, pretty easily. Cardin, I want you to make me an intelligence check as all of this is being relayed again.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Fine. Blind.
Cardin?
Yeah.
Intelligence check for me, please.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wake
zoned
up,
out for a
dude.
second.
2.
I'm awake. I just zoned out for a sec.
Oh,
2.
with
You don't remember.
disadvantage.
Yeah. I think I forgot on your history check there earlier too, Katya, but we'll let that slide. 2. Okay. You still don't piece it together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, my history check?
huh? Yeah,
He said something
earlier
about my history check. Yeah.
I said earlier I forgot that earlier. But I'll let it slide this time. I'll have to remember for the future.
Oh, it's supposed to be a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oop. Okay.
Oh well. I'll remember for the next time.
Okay.
He kind of is he's kind of absorbing everything that you guys are taking in and kind of listening to it, and yeah, that's good enough.
Ow.
We're about to okay. He kind of is looking to it and listening to it all. I would like one person to kind of make I will say a charisma check, and I'll give it to you as a straight roll as the group is helping, as everybody is interacting in this conversation, essentially.
I'll do it. Probably got the highest charisma here.
I about offered, but yeah.
No, it should be me. I'm at a -1.
Okay. So it's
Plus
just gonna
4. Here we go.
it's just gonna be a flat charisma check. 13?
13.
13. Well.
Okay. All right, that is not that's okay. He kind of after listening to your guys' explanation and what is told about the what has occurred and everything, he kind of goes, okay, I have an idea of loosely what is going on. I'm not sure how that is possible, but what I'm gonna have, I need you guys to do something.
Name it.
It's gonna have to be just because with the current situation going on, I can't really afford to do anything else for sake that something may happen. So, what I would like for you guys to do is I would like for you guys to go to the other major cities within the continent of Isurus, and I would like for you to gather the lords of the land.
Say what? I didn't quite catch that.
I want you to travel to the cities within Isurus and gather or inform the lords of the land that I am asking for a summit, a meeting in the neutral lands. Everyone will know where that is at.
Okay,
Do you
so
not have
the
like
other
a
major.
flag signal system?
It's a 2-day travel to the nearest city from here. No flag is visible at that range.
So go to the next major city over. Go to the lords of the land. You said.
Yes, essentially the other representatives of power within those lands, such as myself, I would be considered a lord of this land.
Okay. Go find the other lords of the land and propose a summit
Yes.
from the mayor of.
What's this place called?
Dagbor.
Yes.
Starts with a D.
Yes. Yep. Dagbor. I, Theo, am requesting a summit. Most
Gotcha.
most individuals will honor the request. So bringing all of the lords to the land will allow us to meet under one place and
The neutral land.
neutral lands. It's where we have agreed to never spill blood.
Deanox speaks up. Is there any chance any of them would not believe us or give us trouble about this?
Well, not to my knowledge, but I will provide a seal for each city. He kind of
There we
goes.
go.
He kind of goes to his desk and pulls out some parchment and begins scribbling on basically. Let's see. This is 4 different pieces of parchment, and he basically scribbles a few sentences down, folds the paper, and then seals each of them with a wax seal. He takes the 4 folded letters and kind of puts them together and goes, "Do not open these. Don't let anyone else open them except for the Lord of the land. Most people will recognize the seal and understand that by opening it themselves is a act of war."
Ooh, okay.
Because I know you noticed my guard opened them. I'm sorry?
Yes.
So that's something I can understand.
You will notice that the guards at my gate, or at our city gates, opened my seal, but it's because it's my seal. Only the
But
guards.
no
of
one
the
else is to open there.
If one of my guards were to open another individual, another city's liaison's letter, that is a declaration of war within our country.
Good to know.
So,
We will make sure that they stay sealed until they reach the appropriate.
thank you. They are all identical, so it does not matter which one you hand it to, which one you give to who.
Okay.
But do try to be safe on doing this. While these lands are peaceful, they are not the safest of places.
I do have a question though.
Yes.
Perhaps to mitigate the chance that showing one of these sealed letters to a guard in order to gain access to the city, to mitigate the chance of one of them just opening it, what if you could give us like a signet ring that bears your sigil? So all we have to do is flash said signet ring and they can let us through.
Unfortunately, that's not how we do things here. It may be how you guys operate back in your town, but we know, and everybody in the land knows, unless they want to risk war with an entire city, and my city is of one of the 5 major powers in this country. Unless they want to literally declare war on our city, nobody will open it.
Gotcha.
The only time that somebody would open it with, out fear of declaring war is if they kill all of you and take it by force.
That's comforting. Thank you.
Not saying
So,
it's not
how many-
impossible.
How many major cities are there?
Total
besides this
of
one?
there are a total of 5, and he gave you 4 letters because obviously this one is already aware of the situation. So
Okay, I'm gonna
he-
put those in my explorers pack. That's what I got, right? Explorers pack.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove those away in a nice, safe location.
Also, in those letters, I propose the time to be 2 weeks' time from today. That should give you
So we have
plenty.
2 weeks.
It should give you plenty of time to travel to all of the cities at a safe pace, and still make it to the neutral lands, with plenty of time to spare.
Okay, 2
In
weeks.
if you were to rush, you could make a trip to all of the cities in 7 days. But for the most part, if you take your time or travel at the normal pace, it would take you 8 to hit all of the cities, and that's only if you stay in the city basically for the evening.
Gotcha. So it's a messenger route then.
It's unfortunately it's the best thing that we can do at the moment, because if we want to find a new continent, we are going to need the help from the most powerful mages in the land, not just the ones in my city, but all of the lands.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of mages, yes, and we're gonna need help from all of them if we want to find a way to contact another land that we have no idea of it existing.
It's the price to pay to get back home.
We'll be fortunate to return home if we do, if this even succeeds. But thank you guys for your time. You look exhausted, so I recommend going
been
and
a
getting
rough
some
night.
sleep.
Yes.
Definitely.
Gladly. Gladly. I miss my bed.
So, also at this point in time, you guys are very, very tired. Like, due to like traveling and talking and discussing and explaining everything, it's probably close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, probably by this point. So it is getting very late. So where would you guys like to head? As you guys are headed out of the Royal District.
I forget, did the Dragonborn at the tavern say she had rooms, or was it just food?
She said
she was going to offer
she
you
said room.
she was going to offer you room and drink at half costs. She fed you breakfast
Quarter.
quarter cost. Sorry, I didn't have my notes.
I'll hold you to it.
Yeah. I have it written down in my notes. I would have gotten it correct. I just didn't have my notes. I just didn't have my notes in front of me. So, but yes, she offered you room and drinks at a quarter of the normal price.
Okay.
And she gave you breakfast this morning for free.
Cool. Plus, we know the place can be barricaded. It's relatively safe at night.
So, I'm assuming you guys head back there.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay. So, do this real quick. So for the room, if everybody wants their own individual room, it is 1 silver piece and like 3 copper.
Taking my own room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. Just mark off the silver and like 3 copper. That's roughly 25% of 10. So
there we go. Already done.
And I'm gonna say, just for the sake of brevity, you guys sleep until the next morning.
Yeah.
Because
Sounds good
you
to
guys,
me.
because at this point in time, you guys are approaching, that's 24, probably close to 36 hours awake, and being busy and stuff like that. So at this point in time, you guys are like very exhausted. So sleeping for almost, because by the time you guys got back to the inn, it would be about 4. I would imagine you guys would probably grab, eat a ration or something like that, and then go to bed. And that would put you at
Yep.
about 5, 6
Enoch.
o'clock.
Enoch doesn't lay in bed. He falls forward into the bed. Face
Fair
first
enough.
into the pillow.
Fair enough. And you
Carmen
guys,
literally gets into the room and is just like, "What is this thing?" and falls asleep on the floor.
all right, fair enough. You guys have a long rest,
Yay.
and that will basically wrap up tonight's game as we end here.
Sweet.
So,
now that was a fight.
Now, we went a little long tonight, I know, but part of that was a fight that went on for a little while, and it went about 20 minutes longer than I was expecting. But that was awesome. That was a good fight. Oh, also, before we end the stream, there are 2 things that I want to do. One, I
Okay.
want to announce you guys have officially hit level 3.
Yay.
So, one of the things that I want to do for the stream is I want to roll hit points on the stream, and then everything else we'll do off camera. But I would like to do the hit points level up on camera. And honestly, if you guys hit the hit dice button in your character sheet, it'll do it all automatically, and then you just add that to your maximum hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
I can roll a d6. Bloop.
Do you not have a?
I get 8.
Re-roll ones.
8.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing worse than rolling a 1.
Hot damn.
So, I
7 HP, 7 more.
re-roll. I have anytime you roll a 1, I have you guys re-roll it for hit points.
Yay.
There we go.
All right. So
I now have 19 HP.
Okay. So Cardin and Valinar add 8 to your total. Danak add 5. Katya add 7. You have I was gonna say it's like so that is your guys' new HP levels, and then we will add everything else off camera. And then we'll talk about other information and stuff about the stream later. So
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so everyone, thank you guys so much for coming by and checking out the stream. This was a hell of a session. We had a blast. A lot of long combat on that one. But that's I kind of expected that. I also kind of knew things like that were going to go a little bit long. So I have. Oh no, that's you. So the only thing I want to read out tonight is Arctic Fox. Thank you so much for hosting us, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. If you guys missed last episode, you can find it here in the VODs. You can also check it out over on the Big Ripper YouTube channel. Or over on Podbean. It is up on Podbean under the Mundus campaign. Name of that may be changing in the future. I will let everybody know as that happens. If you guys want updates as we continue through all of this, follow me on Twitter and at Big Ripper, and you'll get all the latest updates there. So that's what I have for tonight. Does anybody else have anything that they want to say before we end it officially tonight?
I think I'm good.
I'm
Nope.
good.
Alrighty, guys. Again, thank you so much for coming by, checking out the stream. We appreciate it. Don't forget to follow the channel if you like it. Support the channel if you're able to. Just share it with your friends. It means so much to us. And guys, take care. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one. Good night.
Night, y'all.
Have a good night.